jar time. So I am gonna pull an aesthetic from this jar and then thrift it, style up some outfits, and have a little thrift with me. So if you haven't seen part 1, I did this, and what I drew is, wait for it, tomato core, and it was so fun. It was very challenging because, to be honest, I think the aesthetic was a little bit of a new one for me. I had never really heard of it. It was something I saw in passing, and it reminded me of what like Anthropologie is doing. So I did a little bit of research before, but not as much as I wanted to or probably should have done. So what we'll do this time is pull an aesthetic, pull together a document of more of a checklist, like very strategic outfits I want to recreate / overall understanding of the aesthetic that I want to get, as well as one of my subscribers suggested to pull things from my closet that I already own to incorporate these aesthetics into my closet in my own way. So let's shake up the jar. There are 5 different aesthetics in here, so TBD on what we get. Okay. I'm nervous. You aren't gonna believe it, but it's fisherman core. I have been wanting fisherman core this whole time. Jen is another YouTuber, and she's doing this challenge alongside me, as well as Tori. And Jen got fisherman core the first time, and it's so not her thing. So I was so jealous that she got it, but now I have it. So, who did it better? Just kidding, just kidding. So what exactly is fisherman aesthetic? According to Pinterest's Global Trends and Insights lead, Sydney Standback, the kitschy, spring-ready style is a mix of nautical staples with a laid-back maritime attitude. Think sailor chic, with practical details, less yacht club, more fishing dock, less coastal grandmother, more lake grandpa. According to InStyle magazine, by the way. With all of that information in mind, I went to Pinterest, I went to all of the favorite sites, J.Crew, Anthropologie, Free People, and all of these major retailers have a guide to hit this aesthetic because of how big fisherman core has gotten. I pulled information from there, I pulled information from Pinterest, and what I came down to is the big items that I'm looking for, and that includes cable knit sweaters, bold stripes, tactical jackets, meaning quilted, denim, collared, trucker, workerman jackets, and then the core easy basic style. So you can see all of these outfits are pared back to something more simplistic. Bucket hats, ball caps, boat shoes, rain boots, practical layering, bun socks, cheeky accessories, and cheeky graphics. So I believe all of these things are really encapsulated in this big collage I made. But as you can see, shoes are very important and accessories are very important. So now that I have the general vibe and some aesthetic and ideas for outfits, we can go into the closet and pull some items. Here's what I have. I have a couple sweatshirts. I also have this fisherman hat, which is obviously a need. Then I had this set that I got at Century 21. I love that this one has like a boxer vibe, but it is more elevated in a way that it isn't just a boxer. More pants. Boom. A little bit of a carpenter short, a little longer, gives that fisherman core. A little white linen, just an easy basic, you know, back to something fun and funky, if you will. Fisherman star, Le Lobster. So excited I found this. I got this in my last thrift with me. That was the tomato core, and I just couldn't pass it up because this is literally being sold at Free People right now. And I knew I had to get it. A couple of tank tops, you know, kind of giving that nautical element that we see with the fisherman core. Some more nautical elements here, a little J.Crew sweater, good for layering. Also loving the sailor-like collar. And then just rounding it out with some fun scarves, okay? So this is what I have pre-thrift with me styling girly. Heading to Union Square to go thrifting because there's so many secondhand shops around this area that I love, that are quite large, and that I think will have what we need. Plus, it's pouring, so it's convenient to be close to each store. Another side note, my mom and my sister are here visiting me, so they're helping me with the thrift with me today, and so you can just blame them for any decisions because everything went through them before I purchased, by the way. Oh, also, pretty sure this rain gave me a cold because a week after filming, boom, bed rest. Haven't moved. Sorry about how late this video is. I was in this pant section looking for a fisherman grandpa type of pant for literally 30 minutes of the hour we spent here. Unfortunately, shocker, nothing was good. I mean, there were things, but they were not quite the size. Like, I actually really thought these were a good contender, but there were stains on the sides. They were oil stains, so my mom was like, you could get it out, but I was like, listen, I'm never gonna do that. Thought these shorts were cute, thought these pants were cute. Qualities were horrid, and you know me, I'm not gonna buy something just because it checks a box. I want these things to live in my closet forever. I'm not just purchasing crap for nothing. This jacket, love. nice. $20. This little top, love, $12.99. A little bit of a Western flair, but I was here for the cropped proportion. I thought this was a nice, fun pop of yellow color. My sister and mom thought I had lost my mind. They were like, I literally don't even know what fisherman core is, because how in the world is this the vibe? And they just need to listen to me. I loved how the sweater had all the check marks, including a hood, something more casual, bold stripe, but the quality wasn't quite there. This was definitely giving grandpa sweater. I saw quite a few grandpa sweaters, but something just, it wasn't quite right, wasn't quite my style. Like, maybe I could make it work, but I don't really feel like it. Loving the collar vibes, especially loving the collar on this sweatshirt, just because I thought that was an interesting way to do like a sweatshirt. This Zara vest is so funny because it reminds me a lot of what's going on at Guest in Residence, which is like a cashmere brand that Gigi Hadid is either the face of or maybe designs, but I'm sure she has a team.
Yeah.
You just put grease stains. You should put all down just so it can make it so.
I don't think I need either one, but I like the energy.
The boat neck is giving
Fisher. I know.
I think my sister and mom forget that I have no laundry room, so I'll not be scrubbing down stains all day. Also, I did like the boat neck, but I have a weird thing against 3/4 sleeve tops because of like my old brand. I worked on Charter Club and we did boat necks for days, and I can't unsee Charter Club when I see that, even though it's much cuter.
Is it ugly? It's like a boy one.
Yes, I think it might be nice.
I have that lobster.
I love this little tube top, and I love these bold stripes. I like how wide the sleeve is on this, the boat neck. It's definitely very in. I'm shocked that it's H&M. It was actually 100% cotton, so spoiler alert, we got it. I have to say my main focus were supposed to be shoes, accessories, some pants, some tops, but not focus on tops, and every single time I find all the tops. But I did find this little squirt. I did go to the shoe section, and there were like outerwear shoes available, but guys, I don't need those, so no. Now, typically, I would try to do this in the privacy of a fitting room, but unfortunately, this Goodwill does not have a try-on section either, but I could not go with this huge cart and buy everything, so I tried on the skirt. I think it'll work, even though I wore it over jeans. Obsessed with this tube top. I think it's so nice. I'm gonna wear that all summer, as well as fisherman core, obviously. Then I just layered on everything on top, and it kind of ended up being a bit of a hack for a layered shirt look. Okay, this ended up really cute. I wasn't totally sold on the neck width. I might actually ship this to my sister if she's nice to me, and I thought it was pretty cutie patootie, especially for $12.99, although I figure you could probably get that at H&M now, $12.99, but whatever. We're thrifting, we're secondhanding. This Lake Tahoe sweatshirt, if it was any color but brown, I loved that it had pockets. I loved the tufted letters, but I couldn't get past that color. I am a sucker for a nice tank top sweater because you get a little bit of warmth, but you can layer easily. I feel like it'll hit through many seasons, not just summer, but I did like that it was a drier hand yarn, so it's not going to be like too sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Disappointment of the day. My sister was also saying that she was looking at this for her husband, and then boom, realized there was holes in it. I didn't take a look at the holes in it until I had it on, and I was like, this is so perfect. It looks exactly like this picture. Fail. I'm so sad. It's cashmere, it's J. Crew, and it's ruined. I was drawn to this mango utility-like quarter zip sweater because of the utility pockets, but something about this ring zipper feels very junior to me, and I don't think it was right. Honestly, mother knows best because this did look kind of weird. I can kind of see the vision still, but $30 for this thin shirt, basically. Ugh. Whatever. No pop of yellow, no pop of yellow. Moving on. I do kind of wish this top was like a little bit of a smaller size so that it hugged my body a little more, but I also kind of like that it's not skin tight, right? It's just a good proportion. So I was on the fence, but yeah, we got it. This blank NYC quilted jacket will live on to become a closet staple of mine for sure, and it tackles that outerwear workerman jacket kind of vibe that is all over the fisherman core aesthetics. Honestly, I could not believe my eyes because as we were leaving, the mannequins, as you see, are set up for fisherman core. They obviously said gone fishing for donations, which is so cute, but can you believe that? So all the fisherman stuff was there. That was highly successful. Again, one bottom, so definitely need to focus on the bottoms in these next few stores. But overall, 10 out of 10. These last few stores are curated, so the cost is higher, but it's almost always worth it.
Oh my god, it was meant to be.
No, that's,
I seriously cannot believe that. What do you think of these? They have more accessories here. Oh, that lace one's fun.
It's like,
It has that curly thing to it.
it's giving White Lotus. Red back's cute. Yeah.
That is cute.
It's so big though.
Right? Yeah, it seems like a nice.
This is like camo. You could put the fish in there.
It's giving the dirty martini.
Oh, it is.
Go inside your boots, like you're thinking for with your boots.
Yeah. They're still $20. Oh, look at them.
I don't have hunter boots, but the girlies have hunter boots, so I'm kind of thinking I need hunter-like boots, and I think I could get away with it with these inserts. $20 is a little steep, but if it doesn't work out, I can always resell. Back to focusing on bottoms, can you believe that I found these striped shorts? These are exactly like the flat lay and like the model that I was looking at. And then I just kept going, and I got even luckier. When I show you this brand, you're gonna die. And I searched it up online. There's a tank top available for sale. Are these crazy? They are literally a scenic print of somebody fishing on a ripped pair of shorts. But like, is that fisherman core? I mean, maybe it blatantly is. Anthropologie had similar stuff on their website, but it was not cut off shorts, so I don't know. Now, I'm really trying to hone in on that grandpa vibe, which I do always love these multicolored quilted plaids, but it's definitely a trend that might come back, but it'll be really quick. So I skipped. Can't explain it. Did not like this color. This is fishermancore.com. Perfect, but I wanted to try it on.
Okay, let's
In the
try.
skirt section, the brand is Sir.
Now, if I had gotten that sweater, I could have easily recreated this exact outfit with these Zara boots, but like, how much Zara can a girl get secondhand?
I wish it wasn't a mock neck, because it's like wintry.
The way I've literally been eyeing these exact track pants for so many months, I mean, this was worth any hassle of the day. Okay, I have the shorts on. I like the way they fit. I am just really taken back to my ballet days when I wore butt warmers. If anyone knows, they know. Now, if we could just go back to last week when I did my thrift with me with the tomato core, this would have been perfect. The inspos I had with graphic tees in these shorts, boom. However, I had to pick between the two, and to be honest, the Sandro shorts were cheaper and they're more flattering. I love the ruffle, their line. Maybe the blue is better for the fisherman core, but sorry, not gonna do it. Loved this James Purse baby tee in a little yellow, got my little yellow in there. All right, our tactile jacket is on. It's a bit short for me from what I was picturing, where the girl was wearing it kind of like a dress. It's cute, but I have another quilted jacket with similar gold buttons in this proportion. So I'm like, do I need that? Probably no. The skirt, I don't know how to explain it, but the fabric was quite thick. It was a little bit big as it went up onto my waist, and it was like so high-waisted. For $43, I was like, ooh, I have to love it for that. So skipped for now, but it was beautiful. I don't know. If there ever were to be a time that I would purchase an overall, it would be for Fisherman Core video. I will never like a overall. I just don't like it. It's not my vibe. We are nearing the end of late shopping. We went to Beacon's Closet, another store that has even more high-end. So, oh my god, can you believe the amount of bucket hats? I was like, if I were to get another bucket hat, it would be here. I really liked this tall one, but the inside was just so cheaply made, and it was $20. I was very confused by that. My mom thinks it's handmade. I don't know. Okay, a Barber vest. Very nice, very well made. Perfect for the fisherman core. Don't need to be spending $45 on something I might never wear. $70 Gucci loafers. Okay. Initially, I didn't really know if this was men's or women's, whatever. I put it on. I was like, okay, obviously this is for men. And then I was like, wow, really grandpa core there. Like, that is someone's Italian grandfather, like, walking around in that. Hilarious. Then, as I was about to give up, boom, Sperry's. These are men's too. $30. Put them on, fit perfectly. I'm usually against a platform because of blisters, but we're going to try it out. April is the best season to visit New York. Just saying.
We had such a good time thrifting, like, all day. And now I'm going to do my styling video part. So I'll go through all the different outfits. I pulled together, as you saw, all the inspirations, kind of the vibes. I'm going to try to kind of recreate some of those looks, but also go a little rogue, do a little more of my personal own take on this trend. And that's the thing. This trend is my personal take, so it's not exactly verbatim recreating these outfits I found on Pinterest, you know. Just an FYI, we'll start with my favorite thing that I found. Literally, these J. Crew joggers are on the website right now for like $175. They have this gorgeous grosgrain kind of ribbon that gives it a little extra texture, which I love. And then the actual pants are a bit of a texture. The reason I actually did not buy these brand new is one, they were a little bit too pricey. and 2, they are a bit see-through, but I think it's worth it for $30 knowing how nice they are. So let me just quickly change. Like, how freaking cute. Like I said, a little see-through. You can see the pocket linings, which I never love, but seriously, such a steal. Obsessed. I actually might, because I like to wear my pants a little higher, I might just like add a little tighter of an elastic and re-zhuzh them, but for the video, I'll just keep it as is. And then I paired with this little tank that I actually bought brand new from Uniqlo. So I did go shopping with my mom and sister, so I incorporated a few new things and things from my closet, as you already know, but starting off strong. And then there's this photo that we saw on Pinterest that is like a little garden, so I think it goes along with fisherman core because it's kind of preppy garden, town and country, but like fisherman core is really just an evolved, more outdoorsy, preppy, maritime, mariner, sailor vibe. You know what I mean? Like classic vibes. So cute, obviously. And then she has on a nice little bucket hat, so I have this one, little denim one. There were a lot of options for bucket hats, but nothing better than what I owned, so I skipped some sunnies, because obviously. And I cannot see what she has on for shoes, but I'm going to go for these Sperry's that I got at the last place, super last minute. These are actually men's Sperry's, which I think are so nice and a vibe. I will say I'm a little nervous that they are going to hurt my feet because they're a platform shoe, and notoriously the back of my heel will bleed. So I might need to resell them. So these were $29, pants $33. I didn't even mention this top that I got. It's H&M. It was $12.99. Oh, shite. But it's definitely in style, so I guess I can see how they were able to up that price tag. But considering I look like a walking ad at J. Crew, at Anthropologie, at Free People, where our inspiration's coming from initially, maybe we even add a little bag. I have to say, I think this one is a complete 10 out of 10. Between the shoes, the pants, the top, the hat, the bag, like preppy, fisherman core. So because I do think that the over-the-shoulder trend will continue on into summer and you don't want to be too hot, I think doing the same thing you would do with like a chunky sweater in the fall, spring, you can do with a little t-shirt. So I'm going to put this one around my shoulders and really play up that stripe mixing. We've got stripe, we've got stripe, we've got stripe, and really just emphasize that fisherman vibes. I think for the purpose of switching it up a bit, we'll add the baseball hat, right? And then I think we can take the shoe off for this look. And let's go for our faux, are they Birkins? Are they Birkins? But then Birkin bag. I don't know, I'm getting confused. This is a little more relaxed maybe, but it's also both of them are relaxed, but this one maybe is a little more preppy and less fishy. But it's the mariner fisherman vibe that you would see, you know, at our core 3 inspo stores. So I think I'd give this one 10 out of 10 too. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna slay boots at this whole thing, so watch me have a big head on this one. Tomato core was a bit more challenging than my fisherman core is being. So I could and would style these pants 100 different ways, but I'll refrain and move along. So what I really like about these is how they bring that casual vibe. I can tend to get a little more dressy on accident. So this is very much casual. Also, I'm gonna be so excited to have these for the summer. They are very comfortable. The tags always ruin everything. So I have this white vest that I thrifted, and a lot of the fisherman core outfits are styled with vests and other more polished outfits to really have that juxtaposition between preppy, dressy, and, you know, casual. So casual skirt, could be fancy tailored vest. Love. Sort of similar to how we're seeing this little outfit here. I'm thinking it could be nice to do either my very preppy jacket or easy trench. I think I'll go here because the navies might clash. Like that. I am thinking it's time to do the slouchy sock. Almost all the compilations from Pinterest had some kind of slouchy sock, some kind of fishy charm or something like that. So we'll slouch our sock here. Maybe we actually don't need a jacket. We can hold on that for a second. I could do the slide. Going fishing. I kind of like it with no jacket. I think I should add a sweater. Oh, she said pocket. I might be overthinking this one. Maybe it doesn't need this. Should we try the other jacket? See what I mean though? It's like clashing. We'll go back to the initial idea. Is the shoes. We also have my boot. But let's try the Sperry again. Very tight with the chunky sock. That's okay. I think I'm definitely giving fisherman core now, right? I like to unbutton the last one so it's like an unfinished look, you know? It's like casual, but a little more undone vibes. Okay, I think this is good. I think this is a good one. Absolutely cannot wear chunky boots with the chunky socks in real life. No, cannot do that. I would actually say this ended up really, really cute. I would say 10 out of 10, right? Okay, Anthropology ad. This little button down was so unexpectedly cute and fun, and I got it at the Century 21. It came with these little shorts that you'll see, they're like a twin set, and I love the length. It's such a flattering vibe. So we'll start with that here on the next round, which I think it's time to put this away because I've done it in a bunch. Shades on. And then I'm thinking we add this jacket that I also thrifted. It's $20. I don't know if it's 100% fisherman core, but I do kind of like it. It's a little less preppy, which I think is good because we don't want to be too clean. We need to have that like outdoorsy, edgy, or not edgy, or more washed, like relaxed, casual that I think I sometimes lack in my wardrobe, which I think this covers it, right? I could even pop the collar a little bit. Whoop, whoop. Going crazy. What do you think? Is that it? Like, should I add a hat? Maybe the Sunnies takes it a little too serious. Give me my tackle box. Ready to go fishing, you know? Cute. I like it. I think the jacket fits the vibes. And as with everything, I'm going to style everything like a bunch. So there's like going to be way more than 5 outfits for this because I overdid it. I bought everything. I bought everything. I said no to myself, none. Almost forgot to score myself. I would say 10 out of 10. I'm really full of myself on this one, so don't hurt my feelings, even though some of you probably will. How cute is this set on? It's not really a part of the video, but I couldn't like not show it together because it's so cute. So this is the star of the frickin' show, let's be real. Literally, I'm a Free People ad right now. It's not the same brand, it's not the same company, it's like the same design though, but it's a men's t-shirt. I have no idea how I lucked out on this. So I obviously had to add to this video, like would be so silly if I didn't. So we're gonna recreate the Free People ad. And you can get this t-shirt yourself right now for $88, or you could have come across it in the men's section for $19, which is still a lot. I was like, oh, is this a famous lobster? I'm gonna take the socks off for this one to just be a little bit more similar, but they're wearing it in their full photo shoot shot. They're wearing little Sperry's. So yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have the perfect recreated outfit for my video because I found these Sperry's and I bought these shorts and I got the lobster the week before. It was really just a very exciting thing when I pulled that fisherman core out of the bucket because I was like, thank God. I wanted it the whole time. The world knew I needed a win after tomato core video, which was still fun by the way, you know? It wasn't perfect, but it was fun. I'm like, can you freaking believe I'm a Free People ad? All I need to add is a little jacket. I was thinking this one because it's like that quilted vibe, but maybe I should do the one I thrifted. I mean, it's not like I didn't thrift this, but not in the video I didn't thrift it. But it is really cute how it has like the novelty, kind of the browns, so preppy. Maybe we do a glass, kind of cute. Let's try the other jacket, but I do think this jacket, if I hadn't bought this other jacket, would be good. Okay, this one's so cozy. I'm gonna wear this jacket to the ground. I definitely wish the jacket proportion was longer because it looks sloppy when stuff pops out like this. Like it's very pajama, which it kind of like is with the menswear stripe boxer like shorts, you know? So like, I don't think it works. One last try with the trench coat because it is tan, so it will feel a little less fall, a little more summer forward. I mean done. Okay, should have just done that in the first place. So cute. I literally want to wear this like this summer. Do you think I can get away with this at work? It's so cute. I am sorry, this is a 12 out of 10. This is a 150%. Maybe I need to like reverse and like say the other ones were 9 out of 10, so this one could be a solid 10 out of 10. Because you're kidding. Like, you're kidding me. Love, 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 love. Done. Okay, I don't want to get out of the outfit. That's when you know it was a great thrift find. Okay, stay with me. Full change, okay? I actually am so obsessed with this tube top. It's so interesting that it's kind of a button up, but it's like ruche. I'm gonna wear the crap out of this. So I did a full change into these white shorts for like the all white look that we're seeing of the girlies like in the forest. And they're on their way to go fishing, obviously. So I'm gonna change into boots. Before I do that, look at what I found. And you know what? It's funny. I own these hunter boots and like a few of these little socks. But because I saw so many girlies in hunter boots, I thought this was the next best thing. A pair of socks. And they were still $19, which was kind of lame. But I do what I gotta do to, you know, really hone in on these themes. So let's see if they fit into my Dolce & Gabbana boots that I thrifted for $10 back in Missouri. Which I have like a whole Missouri thrift extravaganza I did recently over the holidays. If you're new here and you want to check out some thrift with me in the suburbs. Okay, they might be too tight. Should I unbuckle them or just shove? Imagine I rip my Dolce & Gabbanas for a pair of hunter socks. Jail. Jail immediately. Okay, they barely zip up. Wait. Are they kind of cute? Or is it kind of weird because they're not hunter? You know what? That's like a great way to save money is just buy the damn socks and get a different kind of boot. Did I just come up with a hack or did everybody know that but me? Lazy, lay boot, lay sleigh. So we obviously need to fisher core this up a little more. I have some scarves that might be nice. We kind of tried this in the tomato core video, so maybe we try it again. And now we know for sure, you do a little headband. And I kind of had a memory unlocked where like you pull the front hairs forward. I feel like I did this in like 8th grade. I feel like I look like the girls in those Pinterest fields. This would be really cute in the Hamptons. I would likely do a little bit of this, do a little bit of this for real life. What do you think? Definitely not my typical style. I'd probably more likely wear kind of a sandal because who the hell is wearing cable fleece lined boots in any kind of hot weather? I guess a fisherman in case they have to go into the pond. Like a fisherman princess because actual fishermen probably wouldn't wear white. I would give this look like a 7 out of 10. Throw on these little jeans, which I think are giving a little more fisherman core, but I feel like a little girl who just like put on all the kinds of clothes in my closet and like ran outside. But I guess honestly, that's kind of how all these like core aesthetics are. It's just like a bunch of random crap that people look cool in when they like post aesthetic pictures, but in real life when you dissect it, sometimes you're like, wait, that's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna throw on this little t-shirt. This is a James Purse t-shirt, which is just a really, really nice t-shirt company. To be honest, like I think they sell their shirts around $80 like or more. And the butter yellow is just my vibe right now. So this James Purse t-shirt is just super darling, right? And I think it's so like up the alley of the more fisherman vibe. I think I need to take off the little covers and maybe just try just the boot. Is that weird though? Because I already did it. I think because I'm not wearing white, I like the idea of just wearing no show. I think that's better for this one. Sorry. And then the inspo had a baseball hat, but maybe... Okay, no, I look like a toddler. I can't. Sometimes bucket hats are just too toddler for me. And then, I mean, this is literally like all that girl had on, but I'm gonna try this trend too. See what it looks like. I mean, the fact that the hat says Los Angeles is kind of hilarious, but ignore that and just see it for the colors. A more plain bag. Let me relook at the inspo. I don't know, maybe I don't need to overdo it. Like just do the baseball hat and this tote and the rest just kind of speaks for itself. Okay, fisherman. So what do you say? I'm not as excited from this outfit as the others, but that's probably because it's less preppy. we'll do a 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10, because it hits the vibe, right? Like it hits vibes. I just happened to have thrifted these a few years ago. And I'm glad we got the yellow color in there. So 8 out of 10. This might be one of my favorite thrift finds of all time. These are from Sandro. Boom. These being the shorts. And if you know me, you know that Sandro, Maj are like my go-to like brands that I love and just love going in their stores, seeing all their styles, their fabrics, their quality is top tier. French brands. I love that this is like a chevron pattern. I love that it's green, so it's like a little out of my comfort zone because it's not blue, it's not black and white, so I'm loving it. And then I love that it has the ruffles, so it feels more short-like. You saw I tried on like those blue ones, which were perfect for the aesthetics, but a girl's got to do what she's got to do and make a decision. And I felt like this still hit the aesthetic, but was like a little more flattering. Like the style has a little more oomph to it. Honestly, it looks kind of cute with the yellow top, but to fisherman it up, I'm going to put on, well, okay, I have a few options. One being more of a peasant blouse, which was a little bit of the direction I had initially envisioned here. I also have this tank top that I got for tomato core, which this outfit would have been really cute for tomato core too. It just goes to show that all these trends blur together and like what the heck even is a trend really? Pinterest is silly, right? It's all for fun. This might have too much going on. Or I did thrift this for this video, so maybe this is a good place to go for this. Because it's a little more masculine than feminine because of the structure, the collar. Let's do that. Let's try this. Boom. Okay, this is a little Madewell button down, which we love that brand because it's, you know, Madewell, as my sister was saying this weekend, she literally was a Madewell rep and she loves to buy new stuff. That girl has a problem. Anyway, size medium. Kind of wish it was like a couple sizes smaller so it did cinch in the waist, but it's also kind of a cool relaxed look. I don't know, do I button the sleeves or roll them up? Let's try to roll. Like if they were like this, it'd be really cool, right? But I don't even think that was the initial like style. It's supposed to be like that, right? Maybe if it's like this. I do think this would be so cute with a ponytail, but I have plans tonight and I'm not redoing my hair. So let's have it. Oops. Fisherman AF. Done. Perfect time to bring in the green LL Bean tote. Really ties together the look, I think. I'm really proud of this one, actually. And I'm so excited about my shorts. I didn't think I was going to be able to do the micro short crochet vibe because it would feel too like naked, but I feel like this is actually so cute and very flattering. Layfish. I would get this a 10 out of 10. This one might be one of my favorites because I would 100% wear this, which I love when that happens. I also so could see this worn with my vest. And since I said I would try this a couple different ways, I think this would be cute with it too, right? You know what I mean? But maybe just like cinched in, kind of zipped up. Let's see, like that. A lot of girlies are wearing things all the way to the neck. It's very runway right now to do that, which I love that I can scrunch up this jacket with this drawstring. I hate when things are like faux. It shows that it's high quality. It's not just a little decoration. Tuck these up. Pretend I'm not wearing a vest anymore. Do you see the vision? Gone fishing, you know? Call me an outdoorsy girl. I'm ready, Freddy. I love this one. Maybe I'll try the hat. This hat maybe? Ooh, kind of into that because it ties in the tan. I'm obviously having a good time with this. A very good time. I call this one, I think it's a little bit of a continuation, but we'll do a 9 out of 10 because I think the hat could improve, but this and this, big fan. Okay. I'm kind of just playing around at this point because I wanted to see what it did look like on, and it's cute. It's darling. So cute. I wish I had this for tomato core. So I put back this tube top on because I wanted to show that this is like the cutest little tube top to layer with. Like it looks like I'm wearing a full-blown like t-shirt. Like, you know those knit woven mixes that give this vibe? So this is quite fishery core-y with a little bit more prep of a twist. Lato, like lace fair. Maybe a sock would be fun, but let's be real, I've lost energy. After outfit like 8, you're kind of like, oh, I need a snack. But yeah, done. That is it. Fisherman core, I think I did amazing. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but it was really fun. I really wanted to pull it, so I'm so glad that I did. If you're still here, I'm glad you guys watched this to the end. Make sure that you subscribe. It means the world to me. I feel like I could have done like 100 different outfit iterations because this style, I really overdid it on buying everything I wanted. So let me know what you would have done differently, how you think I did, all the things, but be kind because I am just a girl. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you so much. Bye.